sports fans around the world, everyone ready to go. It's been a week right here, I'll tell you that. I mean, dude, it is episode 101. Can't believe we've been doing it that long. And we're into February.
I know.
And happy National Homemade Soup Day. And we have zero football today or yesterday.
I didn't know what to do all weekend. Like, normally when the kids go down for nap, wife goes down for nap with them a lot of times. That's like my 2-3 hours to watch ball.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was like, I guess I'll clean the house. Yeah, I guess
Yes,
I'll get the yard like, I didn't know what to do with myself.
dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I was in
I kept
shambles.
I kept looking at I was like, I'm back. Like, we're back. Now, don't get me wrong. I love football and I love watching football, but doing DraftKings lineups, doing the show, it's a lot of work. I
It
mean, I
is.
love doing it, but to not have to rush in to put like 20 lineups in, that was kind of nice.
Well, and at the end of the day, our wives can be thankful that we're back to help around the house. Yeah, we're back to holding our end of the bargain in this thing called marriage.
We are back. And the one thing also that we're back about, I'll tell you this, we had no like practical jokes and pranks are back 100%.
Yes.
100%. My wife and I today, she was walking down the hall and went into the closet in the hallway, and I hit her with the old throw my knee into the door as it opens and act like she hit me in the face. Dude, she didn't want any part of that. She just looked at me and she went, "What's wrong with you? I wouldn't have cared if that hit you anyways."
Yeah, she wouldn't have cared.
Dude, and we also figured out, thanks to Will from Game On, go check them out. They're awesome. How to get the Rumble chat into the comments. As you
Yes.
can see, he spent some time today kind of walking us through. There he is, Game On. Go check them out, Rumble, YouTube, anywhere, or Rumble. Real, I mean, they're really good on Rumble. But there you go,
Shout,
test, test, test.
shout out him.
Yes, we got on a FaceTime thing, and he walked me right through it. And now, Rumble chat, welcome in. So now we can see all of that. That's pretty cool.
We're
So if
back.
you are listening on Rumble or watching on Rumble and YouTube, things of that nature, uh, buckle up. We got some displays today that we've created. We've got a whole bunch of different things we're going to try to get through. We're not really going to cover Super Bowl right now because we have a Wednesday show, right?
Yeah.
So
Last I checked, yes, Wednesday show. 102.
also, yes, and story time with your boy. So we're riding on the
It's
way. What?
always story time
It's
with you.
always riding on the way to dinner. My in-laws were in town. We had dinner last night. Went out to eat, and I put on a certain band that I had been listening to that day, who I like to listen to when I work out. And my wife looks at me and she goes, "Is this Creed?"
Hey.
And I said, "Yes." And as soon as she said that, it hit perfectly whenever it was the "Can you take?"
I was here comes your hero.
So I hit her with the "Can you take me higher" on the way to dinner, and we listened to like 4 more songs of Creed on the way to dinner.
Love it. Love it.
And I could see her too. I was like, she is nodding her head and like humming along. I was like, who doesn't love Creed? Who doesn't love Creed?
It's catchy. It's catchy.
And then today at the park, Creed or Nickelback was a hot debate. Hot debate.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna go
even.
Creed. I'm gonna
I
go
was
Creed.
gonna say that should be a no-brainer.
There used to be a saying that I don't think we were allowed to say anymore unless we want to get canceled. But it used to be, how I know you're blank. It's because you like Nickelback. But I don't think
Mm.
I don't think we're allowed to say it anymore. So you fill in the blank with how you would like that phrase to
How
end.
you want to feel. How you feel.
Yeah.
Um, hey, also, dude, we're cleaning out the garage, doing all this stuff. I look in the trash can. She had thrown away my Nike Vapor neon yellow bag that I had for
Oh,
15 years. Didn't even tell me.
It's the only way to throw it away.
My mother-in-law was patting me on the back. She's like, "You gotta let things go." I was like, "But what if I need that?
Yeah.
What if I need that?"
Hey, it's like what we talked about last show with, my 3 quarters shirts I used to wear under my football jerseys. Like, I still have them. Like, no need to ever wear a 3-quarter athletic shirt ever again, but I just
Mm,
may. I just may. Can't
I
get rid
ju
of it.
hey, down by the bay.
Hey.
Hey, you had breaking news too, by the way. Go ahead and tell the people the breaking news, Pebble.
Oh, I did have I was like, I already forgot what the breaking news
Breaking
was.
news.
It came on my phone that, Wyndham Clark, is winner of Pebble Beach. They shortened tournament 54 holes. I guess they're deciding not to play tomorrow. Not sure where the next I guess next tournament is, Phoenix, and
Yes.
then it's, the Guinness Open,
Genesis, not the
Guinness
Guinness
Open.
Open.
I'm going to that tournament. I should know what it's called.
What, the Genesis?
Yeah.
Um, dude, yeah, the waste management, which we might be going to. Stay tuned. We're in the contest.
Mm,
I
mm.
entered us in a contest. Who knows?
Nice.
That also led to another very exciting development. Do we want to breach that subject?
We can, we can.
I
If
mean,
it's
what do
just
you
you
think?
and if it's just you and I, we got a lot to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about. Um, so we were just being idiots for everybody um, that knows us and watches our show, listens to our show.
Common occurrence.
Yes, and I said we should try to get passes, media passes, because we are technically an LLC, like we're a company, to the waste management. So we email and submit our profile to the PGA.
Media
Lo and behold,
relations.
and in the email it says, "Hey, don't expect a response." Lo and behold, like 10 minutes later, they're like, "Hey, uh, we saw your stuff. Here you go. Um, can you provide us with any interviews you may have done with PGA Tour people?" So that led to another conversation, and let's say that we might have some more involved golf content moving forward as an opportunity came of that. So for those of you who are golf fans, stay tuned.
Shout out to that person though too, because
Dude.
y they responded on the weekend on
Mhm.
the weekend, and they're on the West Coast.
Yes.
So, hey, shout out them.
I mean, it was pretty cool. It was one of those things where if you know us, it's like, yes, we're idiots, but we're gonna try. Look, we don't know until we try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't know until we try.
Hey,
So we're gonna keep taking swings, and hey, soon enough, we're gonna make contact. We're gonna make contact. Now, speaking of that, shout out to Hubs, dude, our guy who was
yeah.
absolutely on fire at the pro-am. Got thwarted. Uh, he's a goat guest of all time. I want Hubs on the show if we ever could. If we ever got that opportunity, which hopefully we will.
We'll get them.
I think we'll have. Okay.
It only took us 100 to get Kilgore. We can get Hubs.
That's true. Shout out to Kilgore too. That was a fun episode. That was one of our most watched, listened to as we expected. Uh, and tune into Good Morning Football. He's going to be on with
Yeah,
Peter.
8:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he's
And
going to
he's
be
gonna
on.
be with Black and Gold
Yep.
podcast. I hope I didn't ruin their surprise guest. I don't know if it's a surprise or not.
All right, we got some comments rolling in here, dude. You know me. I'm trying not to be trigger happy, but the people.
Yeah, we could say I don't know what Wayne Breezy means from
Yeah.
JP.
So we
Um,
got JP. Hello. Oh, sorry,
oop,
that was my hand hit it. But uh, Wayne Breezy. I don't
hey,
know. You
shout
tell
out.
us. You
It's
tell
like,
us.
is he Ron Burgundy right there with the question mark?
Let's go. Wayne
Wayne
Breezy.
Breezy?
Wayne Brady. Maybe.
Ooh,
I don't know. You tell me. Um, BMO's here, dude. We got something for BMO here in a little bit.
yes.
We got something for you, dude. We got something for you. Don't you worry. Um, and then game on. Will
We might
props.
we might get into that a little later.
Yeah, props.
It's
We
still
got.
too early for me.
You're not in Super Bowl mode yet,
I'm not. I'm not.
but I know there's all kinds of props. Obviously, the coin toss. I'm more the gimmicky props.
Yeah.
Color of the Gatorade. How long's
I'm a
the national
national I'm a
anthem?
national
There,
anthem guy.
there
I
you
I I'm a
go.
national anthem guy.
Reba,
Just
who is it?
because it's the most American song there is, like, I have
That's
to.
true. Are you disappointed it's Reba?
For Vegas, yeah.
Mm. I feel like they could have done better,
Yeah, I agree.
without question.
And
Oh,
and who wants to follow Chris
Chris
Stapleton
Stapleton.
from last
Yeah.
year? Holy smokes.
Game on, Will. San Francisco leading by 7 or more after quarter one. Plus 260 is free money. Hi-oh.
I
Hey,
don't know, they haven't been winning by 7 more last 2 games. What makes you think they do it this week?
I think that's why he's saying hammer down, maybe.
How's San Fran after a bye?
Let's see,
Typically.
when was their bye? Well, they did win 6 in a row after the bye because they went on that 3-game losing skid, I think, just before their bye.
Yeah. Chiefs
Mm.
are good after a bye too, though.
We also saw the Chiefs come back from a 10-point deficit. That was absolutely abysmal.
Let's get cooking.
All
Let's move. Let's go.
right, sorry. All right, here we go. Homemade Soup Day. National Homemade Soup Day. Here we go. Scientists believe that a bowl of soup may reduce inflammation of the lungs. It is thought that chicken soup slows down the activity of white blood cells that can cause inflammation. So actually, all these people who are telling you if you're sick, drink some chicken or get some chicken soup, booyah, booyah.
So they're
They
right.
were right all along. You know what I'm saying?
I almost made some soup today,
We did
not
veggie
because
soup.
I not because I feel sick, just because we didn't have anything else to eat in the house.
What, you had the ingredients to make chicken noodle soup laying around, or were you going to make chili? Is chili a soup?
Well, we just had the Campbell's chicken noodle soup,
Oh,
and I was gonna make a grilled cheese with it, but I ended up just making a ham and cheese sandwich with some chips for lunch. Trying to cut back the spending.
ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, did you grill that thing, panini?
No, I didn't grill it.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So, hey, we did. We made a big old thing of vegetable soup.
Nice.
Um, all right, on the show we got we didn't really have much DraftKings. I guess the contest just ended that we were in, so I was not prepared for that for golf. And I got something to say about that. We got Big Click Energy, Homer Alley, Hang the Banners, other relevant sports, inter squad DraftKings Jamboree, and then stop stealing our intellectual property. Reddit college football on block us, you cowards. Ooh. All right, we're gonna get into Big Click Energy. We got the banners for those. Let me take down this soup one. But that's a good question. Game on, Will, right there. Can y'all make a soup without a sandwich? I can't. I have to dunk my sandwich in the soup. Are you a
Yes.
dunker?
Oh yeah.
Are you
I don't.
tomato soup?
I don't know if it has to be a sandwich, but it has to be some type of bread.
Mm. Are crackers considered? I like
No,
crackers in my soup.
you crumble up the crackers and put them in the soup, but you still
Eh,
dunk the bread.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese
Mhm.
is the way to go if you're gonna
Grilled
dunk it
cheese
in a
with
soup.
tomato soup.
Mm.
Buddy.
Mm. Mm-mm. That's not keto friendly though. Um, okay, Big Click Energy. Here we go. We got 3 topics that we like to bring in uh just from the week of sports now because football is winding down. Sad. But we got something for you. We prepared so that you can screenshot something later to help with football going away. It's okay though. App State update. They beat Georgia Southern basketball school projected possible 13
Last I
seed, 12
saw
seed,
last I
13 or
saw, I think
12.
they were 12 seed playing a number 5 Duke.
Mm,
That's what was
house
projected. But it was
divided.
also projected that only way we're getting in is automatic qualifier. I don't
No.
I if we went out, I don't know. I think we get in. We're like
We
one
have
of
to.
like 6 teams that have 19 wins on the season.
And a win
Those
over Auburn, who's I don't even know who they're ranked. I don't
top 10.
Mm. Mm. What else do you need to see?
Dude,
Put them in. Let the boys play. Take the
the
stairs.
boys are humming. Holy smokes!
Take
They got that one guy. I don't know what his name is, but he blocks. He's like the Kimbe
Ab-
Mutombo down the block.
Abden or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he blocks everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Against JMU, that game that I watched, it was on TV. He had 8 blocks in the first half.
He blocked the game. He blocked the Georgia Southern game-winning attempt last night in overtime.
Did he? Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
Just
him.
sent it to the I mean, King Griffey Jr. to the warehouse sent it out. I mean, just swatted that thing into the 6th row. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, wrestling too. App State's hot right now.
Hot, hot, hot.
We're all those years. All those years. Okay, BMO. BMO's here. Shannon in the Super Bowl with the league. Y'all, look, we finally got Rumble and everything connected. Everybody's just gonna. This is how I want it, though. I want everybody to watch the game and be like, "Man, I
No, we're
hope
not
they
gonna be able to
lose."
get through a show because you got to put everything up
I'm
there.
sorry.
It's not that we're ignoring people. We're trying to get through a show
Yes.
here.
All right, here we go. First topic of Big Click Energy. Javi, thoughts? Cam Newton again after Purdy, even though he's now the face of Toyota.
I saw a quote by Purdy. I don't know if it's real or not, and
I saw that too.
I'm gonna assume that it's real just because I want there to be some swagger about Purdy that he does
Yes.
not have at all. But he said, "I don't care if I'm the 10th best person on my team. I know there are 90 quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's not one of them." Touche,
Woo! Tell him.
touche.
Tell him. I love that dude. I don't know if it's real. He does not seem like a dude who would say that at all.
There's not a chance in the world that he said that,
No,
but I
especially during
want to
Super Bowl.
believe. I did
No.
think it was funny. I did look up San Francisco's roster today for like this other stat that I'd be more than happy to share with you maybe a little bit later on. But like I typed in San Francisco's roster on Google, and like every other player that came up was like, a game picture or player picture, and like Purdy's picture came up like he's an insurance salesman, like he's in street clothes, like it's not in a game. I was like, come on, man.
Dude, I don't know what Cam Newton's thing is against him. I guess he named those 4 game managers, and
He's trying to
Purdy's.
stay relevant.
I mean, he is because everybody's yelling at him. Warren Sapp was yelling at him the other day, calling him a glorified running back and stuff.
I like I always gotta bring Josh Allen into it. Like Josh Allen has unreal numbers as far as like rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns, and like he's not even close to Cam's numbers rushing touchdowns.
Mm.
He's still like 30 touchdowns away from getting Cam's record.
Yeah, but that's like 2 seasons for Josh Allen.
Oh,
I
true.
don't understand why Cam Newton is so because then he changed it was he's a game manager. Now he's the 10th best player on the team. Like that's what he said this time. And it's like, Cam, in your
Who's the
second
guy?
year,
Who's the guy he puts below Brock Purdy?
I
Ronnie
don't know.
Bell.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he did. He named off. There was like 10 of them that they named off, and now every sports show was naming off the 10 that were ahead of Purdy. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, dude, we have just quickly forgotten that this guy was Mr. Irrelevant, right? And that he's in the Super Bowl in his second year, and he's basically 4-0 in the playoffs if he didn't get his arm blown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, he
I
should have
don't
been in the
get
Super Bowl last year.
why all of a sudden people are just he's a game manager and he's got all this talent. It's like, well, yeah, dude, you have to be the game changer when you take $50 million a year. Like
Yeah.
you, you were there, you are now inadvertently the game changer you have to be because there's nobody else. They can't pay anybody else. But we saw with Lamar. I don't know. Hey, but shout out him. And I think we talked about this. Chevrolet missed out just on a gigantic opportunity here for Brock
Hey.
Purdy. How could they let Toyota snag Brock Purdy when they could have had the jingle like a Brock? Come on.
What do you think he's driving?
Oh, dude. Please tell me he shows up in a Toyota like a Camry. He's
Yeah, I was
got to
gonna
show.
say
He's got to
there's
show up in a Camry.
he's not a truck guy. Can't be.
He's got If he had any awareness whatsoever,
Is it
he's a cat.
electric?
Yes, he shows up in the Camry, or no, go ahead and let him get a Corolla.
Ooh.
Let him soup it up a little bit. Get the Corolla, dude. Get the Corolla.
He should buy a
Holy.
Nova for 5K off of Craigslist.
Somebody was asking me about that and listening to the show. He goes, "Who was he picking up again?" Kilgore. He said it was Kaepernick, the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
67 Nova. Man, that was fun. We could have gone down so many story lanes there. Oh, okay. Next one. Big click. Anything else on the Cam Newton thing? Do you think he's just trying to stay relevant? Or I mean,
100%. 100%.
I got to give him credit. Like, he did say some stuff that was really controversial, so good for him. All right, next. Big click energy. Big Ten SEC Alliance Committee, whatever that thing is called, to bring order. I don't know if you want to start on this because
I
I
mean,
was
what's
about to.
there to say?
My
Like,
head almost exploded when I saw this. All I could picture was the South Park meme of like, "Oh, we blew up an oil rig in the middle of the ocean and we'll clean it up. We're sorry." It's like they went out and ruined all the Power 5 conferences by poaching teams. And then they're like, "Well, this is stupid. How could you guys let this happen? We'll step in and we'll fix it." It's like, "Good lord, dude."
it's gonna
And
be really weird seeing like Clemson play Stanford and Cal, and the Big Ten
SMU.
teams play USC and UCLA.
I mean, it's great. It's just eventually they're gonna weasel out all these other conferences, and this whole 12-team playoff, we're gonna get like 1 or 2 years of it, and then it's just gonna go right back to what it was, where they're gonna have like the Big 12 is not going to exist, the ACC is not going to exist, and it's going to go right back to basically what it was: Big
Yeah,
Ten and SEC getting in all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
My thought was, if they really want to fix it, just make it like the basketball tournament, dude. Have your big 6 or 8 teams, and then do an NIT style.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's silly. Yeah, I think you like everybody in the top 25 should play in a tournament.
Simple,
Yeah,
just 2 separate ones. There's your bowl games.
2 12-team tournaments.
I just the
25th teams, odd man out.
There you go. Don't be number 25. Oh man, dude, I don't know. I'll see where this is going. I'm not really sure, but hey, Buku's here. Buku, we've interacted with on some of these other streams. What's up, dude? Peanut butter and half chili. I don't even.
Gross.
What are you? Peanut butter and half chili. I might just have to try that.
Is he from the north? Sounds like a northern thing.
That's a good point. All right,
Hey,
last big
speaking
click.
of SEC,
Go ahead, dude.
I saw that. So SEC Network tweeted out today because it was relevant. They tweeted out today there is 11 players from Alabama in the Pro Bowl. So they're making a big deal about it.
Hmm.
You know how many players from Alabama made the Super Bowl? Not a single one. Like, give it a break. Like, don't like. I understand Pro Bowls
Who's
today,
watching the Pro Bowl?
but yeah, nobody watches a Pro Bowl. But like, hey, who cares if your guy made the? Hey, that's an individual award. Football's a team sport,
That's
ultimate team
right.
sport. Not a
That's right.
single Alabama player is in the Super Bowl. Not a single person from Alabama has ever scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
What?
Yeah, think about that.
Not a
58
single.
years, not a single person that went to Alabama has
Where'd you
scored
see
a
that?
touchdown. That's like big news right now.
I know there's 5 Oklahoma players, 6 Oklahoma players in the Super Bowl. 5 or
Mm.
6. What? Not a single Alabama player has ever scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
But is Big 12 QB conference? 2 Big 12 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's true. I went down a rabbit hole and I was like, did these 2 play? But no, they did not. I think Pat Mahomes finished like 2017. and Purdy was at Iowa State
18.
2018. So they just missed each other.
Mm,
But I did go back and look because I wanted to see. Dude, that's crazy. Not a single Alabama.
no, not
How
one.
is that possible? Especially over the last like 15 years.
It's easy. They don't get the ball or score.
Jalen Hurts.
He's
Con-
Oklahoma guy.
well, is he?
He's Oklahoma guy.
Did you see Spencer Rattler won the MVP of the Senior Bowl
No,
or the Reese's Bowl or whatever it's called?
he's trash.
Dude, somebody said, if he gets Louis Riddick, he goes, if he lands in a spot with a good coach, a good offensive coordinator, a good supporting cast, and a great running game, he could be elite. I'm like, you literally just described Brock Purdy. So he
I
can get
saw
all that help and be good, but Brock Purdy, nope.
I saw Cliff Kingsbury is going to be Washington Commanders offensive coordinator. They have
What
the
is it?
number 2 pick. He just coached Caleb Williams last year at USC. Caleb Williams said he doesn't want to go to Chicago.
But
He's
he would want.
he's from the Washington area.
Oh, so you're trying to read the tea leaves right here. I don't know what the obsession with that dude is. Anyways, he bamboozled Las Vegas. I don't what's the
Yeah,
deal?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, shout out to Dan Orlovsky for beating all the quarterbacks in the accuracy throwing competition. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't watch anything today.
I didn't watch it. I just happened to see it on social media. He literally went out there and was more accurate than every single quarterback that was there.
Well, Gardner Minshew made the Pro Bowl, so take that for
Jalen,
what it's worth.
Jalen Hurts was terrible.
Again, take that for what it's worth.
All right, last big click energy. Did you see about this? Did you
No.
see this? You heard about this?
Uh-uh.
Cicadas, dude. Cicadas. April, May. Watch out.
Oh,
They're
yikes.
burrowed right now. They're buried, living beneath the surface. When the soil temperature gets like mid 60s, that's when they come out and hatch. And for the first time in 221 years, the cicadas, there's 7 different types of cicadas. First time in 221 years, there's ones that hibernate for 13 years and ones that hibernate for 17 years. And for the first time since the 1800s, they're coming out of the ground together. We've got ourselves a super cicada phenomenon.
Oh, no.
You thought it was loud before. If anybody's still alive from 220 years, the last time this happened, message us. We'd like to have you on the show.
Yeah, come on the show. So 13 years and 17 years all at once. Whew.
Oh, geez. That's all I had to say.
Man. I thought you were going to
So,
say there was some that hibernate for 200 years.
no, they hibernate for 17 and 13, and they synced up, and now they're all going to be coming out. How about that?
Hey,
Huh?
let's do it. Be ready.
All right. Homer Alley, what do you have to say about the Bills right now?
Hey, it's off
The fun.
season for the Bills. We're down in Cancun partying. Josh played Pebble Beach with Killer Keith. Steph's already putting out cryptic messages, so
Yep.
get ready
He
for a
did beat
fun.
Brady, though.
Get
Allen
ready
did beat
for
Brady.
Did you see Brady's tee shot off the 1 tee? Dude, he topped it. It like went right into the rough right in front of him. Looked like what would
Yes.
happen to us.
Yes. Dude, he was fuming at that,
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely fuming.
I saw a thing that like a lot of people were talking about like how much they hate that they like Brady now, now that he's not playing and beating us every year. But
Yeah. I mean,
he's a likable guy.
that's bound to happen, though. Like,
He's one of the
everybody's going to
boys.
hate Mahomes while they're playing. So, um, hey, shout out Toddy Phillies.
Yes,
Hey,
sometimes.
sometimes we go off on the. You're lucky Tex isn't here. You
Yes,
don't
it
know
would
what
be
in
a
the world
bird
you.
show. Never stop birding if Tex is here.
BMO cicadas make good fish bait. I don't know. I'll try it out though. They might. They might. All right, Niners, Homer Alley, obviously Super Bowl week. Thanks for the sweatshirt, dude.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah.
obvious.
Surprised you didn't cut
Ob-
the sleeves off that yet.
hey, 3/4? No, I'm surprised I'm even wearing this right now because I have been wearing the same thing like for like 14 straight days because I didn't want to change. Hey, but the Niners are the Super Bowl, dude. It's Super Bowl week. It's now the time where I start bringing all my stuff to work. I get the Christmas lights out. I bring it to work. I set up this nice thing so everybody gets all mad at me and annoyed, and then I wait for the imminent demise and how they let me down like they have the past like 15 years. It's clockwork. I'm ready for it. I believe we're going to win though. I'm just
Be a
worried
good
about
game.
this. I'm worried about Purdy because the Swifties, all their Super Bowl parties they're going to be throwing are all cute. You see them all over social media with the nice, cute, decorative stuff. Like they're rooting hard for the Chiefs. And if Brock Purdy goes in there when he wins and beats the Chiefs, he's going to have to fight off the Swifties. I mean, what's he going to do? He's already having to fight off pretty much all of sports media. And now the Swifties are going to be on him when he wins and puts up 9 touchdowns.
9. Wow.
Yeah,
Chiefs
at
haven't given
least.
up 30 points all year.
Great. That's in the past. That's regular season, dude. Good for them.
Hey. I think it'll be a good game.
Should be. I think it's going to be a really good game. All right. You have any? We have our music, our theme music. Let's get into some of these Super Bowl things.
Yeah, wait. Something's all messed up.
Uh-oh.
Computer's going slow. I got you.
He's got us.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show, you're gonna rule. Football, we love you. Wow. If you like that song, you better believe that's an original, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Super Bowl headlines. We're just going to put up a nice little banner down here at the bottom to keep us on track. Right now, San Francisco is favored by 2.
Really?
Yes. It was bet down to 1, and now it's gone back up the other way. And the over-under is kind of just stuck at the same number. I don't know if it's because everybody was taking the week off and they were trying to kind of take a break from being NFL overloaded, but it may change next week probably. So,
I bet the under.
you think so?
Yeah.
What can you elaborate? What break down the people, J-Vi's brain. Put your brain on the screen right now.
I'm going to bet the under just because of the defenses. They both got 2 weeks to prepare. Both teams are good coming out of the break. I think it's going to be a slow start. Um, you know, it's just gonna be interesting to see how Shanahan, like Kilgore said, like he never wavers from his game plan.
Yeah.
Like there's no fixes at halftime. It's just like we're gonna do this. So, and I think the Chiefs are like master game plan changers, but I just don't think it's gonna be very high scoring. So I think San Fran has a good defense. They can get
Yeah.
after it. If they can get after Mahomes and tackle him, that's the hard part is actually tackling him.
Yeah. I think the thought is
Chiefs
that they
tackles were terrible all year, and then the playoffs they've been lights out.
that is where the 49 I mean up front, the 49ers if the 49ers can get a lead, that's going to change the whole thing. But if they go down and give up an opening drive touchdown for the 3rd straight playoff game in a row, you're not playing Dan Campbell and
I
LaFleur
mean,
here. Like,
the Chiefs didn't score after the second possession last game.
yeah.
I mean, not a touchdown at least.
But I think it's so imperative. Like Kilgore said, that the Chiefs are going to probably be going edge, just like everybody has against the Niners. Screen game, outside zone, outside power, whatever. But you're like Shanahan is not going to deviate from his plan.
Yeah.
He didn't last week. It was Steve Wilks that made all the adjustments on the other side of the ball that shut Detroit down. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
I think
Chiefs aren't going to let Young and Bosa get to Mahomes.
I think Hargraves is the key.
Yeah.
I think if he can get pressure through the middle, and they got cussed out too because their effort was pathetic on defense last or
Yeah.
last week. So
I mean,
I don't know.
that was in the Bills game when we played him in regular season. Ed Oliver was in the backfield a lot. And then
Mm,
playoffs, nobody got back there. Like we didn't get close to him.
yeah, Oliver was a non-factor for
Yeah,
Buffalo that game, which
yeah,
was weird to see because he's been like their game wrecker.
yeah. All season long, it's like he didn't
Yeah,
even show up.
I think the Chiefs' running defense is suspect. They give up 4.8 yards a carry, and somebody as smart as Shanahan has to know that.
Which makes it weird, like why the Ravens didn't run it down their throat.
They could have done it with their running backs and their quarterback.
Lamar, do what you do best, bud.
Quarterback power, like read option, like something. I don't know. But I think because the Chiefs give up 4.8 a carry, like if you're thinking from DraftKings, I mean, I know McCaffrey is obvious. I mean, it's a showdown for DraftKings. Like that's the only one, right? You got the Millie, you got um the 20 entry $3 one, which is the one I'm going to get into. But McCaffrey's obviously the cat. He's the highest priced dude. So
Yeah.
these people, they're not. You're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes with McCaffrey a captain. I don't know. I mean, the Chiefs cornerbacks they love press coverage. They love man, and Purdy's actually really good against both those. So that's the Chiefs run man coverage 51% of the time, and Purdy's top two in every important category against man coverage. But I don't know. Would you captain Purdy?
No, he
No,
never puts up a lot of points.
true. He's not a game. He's not a slate breaker.
He's like a 20-point guy. Like he's not gonna go out there and get 30 points.
So who are the slate breakers? Like I was screen I
Kelsey,
was Kelsey, Debo,
Kittle.
Kittle. Like those are dudes who can just.
I'm not gonna captain a 49ers receiver just because of how good the Chiefs DBs are.
I think they're going to get a lot of their. This is going to if it would be a true yak game.
Yeah.
Like they're going to have to be. It's going to be interesting, man. It really is.
Well, we'll save this for Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, headline. Give me a headline.
Tune in Wednesday.
Wednesday, we're going to go really in depth about what we're going to really do for DraftKings and all the stats that'll come out. But what do you give me a headline that you.
So you put this in the doc headline, obvious funny headlines. So I took it as what would the newspaper the next day say instead of maybe leading up to the games. So I wrote one for each team. I wrote if the Niners win. I wrote Niners swiftly tailor Chiefs en route.
to a
So
to the
tie.
sixth Super Bowl.
Clickbait there. And
Clickbait.
then going based off of solely what Kilgore said of who the Niners would throw out famous wise to battle T Swift. I wrote Chiefs Journey turns down lights and
Ooh, that's a good one.
yes. Because
I-
Journey came out and sang Turn Down the Lights to the City
When
or
the
how
lights go down.
yeah.
No, don't stop believing is what they sang too. They did.
That,
They did when the lights go
that,
down in the city after
that
Candlestick.
candlestick,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. That's where I was going with that one.
Wow. You know how many times I've had to ask or answer the question this week? Uh, did you name your kid after the stadium? To which
Yes.
my wife quickly responds, "No," and I'm just going like this behind her.
Yes.
It was one of those things where I was like, "Oh no," because I didn't realize it until they played that next Monday night. So Levi and I were watching the game together. His first ever game, first
Yes.
close he ever put on.
Nice.
But all right, here's some headlines that you're going to be. having to sift through this entire week as they do all the Super Bowl specials and such. Hey, well, I feel bad saying this now after what the news just said, but did you did you know that Purdy and Mahomes' dad both played baseball? Huh?
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball. Did you know that?
I did know that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I saw a headline earlier today.
So get ready for all the pregame stuff of them playing baseball as kids. I already saw one on Mahomes about how he played basketball too. So they had Steph Curry on to talk about his basketball career.
Ooh,
Did you know the 49ers had a big boombox for their entrance and the
really?
history? Yeah, the history behind that.
Wow.
They they've already done an ESPN 30 for 30 on that too.
What do they play?
It was I don't know what they play. I think I saw something that said they have a chance to do the funniest thing ever, which is play a Taylor Swift song when they come out this time.
You think they will?
Oh, there's no way Debo Samuel and
I was
Trent
gonna
Williams are
say,
letting that
there's
happen.
no way Devo lets that happen.
No, it was some song I'd never heard of. I don't know. Did you
If
know?
it's not like one of 3 songs, you've never heard of it anyway. So
Yes, true, exactly. We saw it last episode. Still true to this day, though. Still true to this day. Did you know that Mahomes is chasing Brady and a chance to pass? Who is it? Joe Montana.
isn't everybody chasing Brady?
Yes.
I mean, Brock Purdy's chasing Brady.
Yeah. I love how they're like, if he gets his third, I'm like, he still has 4 to go. Like,
Yeah,
do we not? I don't. The fact that he won 7 Super Bowls is just stupid.
I know. You see his like all-time playoff wins too. He's like 30 wins higher than Mahomes, who's like second. Like Mahomes has got to make it to the Super Bowl like 15 more times to catch Brady in
So
playoff
dumb.
wins.
I forgot about this, Bimo. You're right. I remember I put out a little like I doctored something that put an O and an A, just O and an I, something like that. I don't know. Good call, dude. Good call. Um, Bimo put, did you know you named your daughter after the 2019
So
Super Bowl? My wife can't get away from it. Freaking hilarious. How many times will Sin City be brought up by who's doing the game?
I think
CBS.
NBC.
No, it's CBS. I think
Oh,
it's Romo.
CBS.
Oh gosh. How do they is this Romo's first Super Bowl?
No, it can't be.
Oh,
So,
how do we
does ESPN ever get the Super Bowl? Or is it just Fox, NBC, and CBS?
I'm not sure.
I
There
don't
you go.
think ESPN ever gets the Super Bowl. So he's had to have done it before.
Holy moly, dude. There you go. CBS. Thanks, D Smitty. And I love your projection. 33-27. Boom. Dude, it's Romo. Is the world ready for Romo? Has he called a Taylor Swift game? Did he call the Bills one, right?
Yeah, the world's over Romo, just like the world's over. Um, what's his name for NBC? Collinsworth.
Collinsworth.
Everybody's on Greg Olson right now. They love Greg Olson.
Will NBC make the switch and get Greg Olson in there? They
I
should.
don't know.
I don't know. I'm not ready for I forgot it was Romo. We have to
And Romo loves Mahomes.
I wonder what he's gonna do about Purdy. Is he gonna be able to match that energy?
No,
Yeah. Hey, have you heard that these two teams have played in a Super Bowl before?
really. What
Yeah.
what was the score?
That was one of the worst nights ever.
Who won?
The Chiefs. Niners were up by 10 with 6 minutes to go.
I know you didn't talk to us for like a week after that. You
You
know
ever
what's great? You know what's great about
what?
this is
What?
that the start time of the game is lining up with it's ending when we go on.
I
So if something like that happens again,
My wife asked me that. I've been waiting to nobody's brought it up yet in the group. um, about what we're gonna do Sunday night because I'm sitting here like, am I gonna have to do this again where I watch the end of this game and it could not end? I don't
Happened to
know.
me like 3 times this year, so
Yeah, but this is Super Bowl, dude. This is Super Bowl.
today it's just like every other game.
That's true. That's true.
Stop putting it on a pedestal.
These Smitty, ESPN, ABC finally put in a bid to broadcast the Super. There you go. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No. I didn't think
Hmm.
that they'd had one. I didn't think that they got one before, so
Hmm.
but what's
I didn't.
that in, like, 2039? Like, they
Well, I
probably
mean,
already, like, built
Joe Buck
that.
and Troy Aikman are awesome. I
They are.
like Joe Buck.
They're good.
I like them. So
If Troy Aikman can open his eyes.
it's not that he's opening his eyes; that they don't look like Squidward from SpongeBob. Oh, shout
Yeah.
out! SpongeBob's going to be doing home
Nickelodeon.
home sweet home or something. Whatever the song he sings on his, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
may have to watch. I may have to watch that if I can't stand
We're
Roman.
old now.
Yeah. BMO, of course, he's excited to see Tom Brady. Um, I think that's all the headlines I have. Do you have any more? I don't. I mean,
No, I didn't write any more. I just went with those 2.
all right. If you're watching and listening right now, we're going to do a more in depth show on Wednesday because this week there was no football, so we had to do a public service for the people here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's worried. It's like, what are we going to do without football? Have no fear, everyone. The Millie Goats ourselves have created we've created a chart. It's not the most organized chart, but it's to lay out the rest of the year for your sports watching and maybe a little more. Um, so that you can kind of give yourself a little comfort. We're going to put this up on the screen, and this is called plan out your next 6 months. Hopefully, I don't get booted. Okay, so the Super Bowl's here, so you're going to have next week. Football is going to be done.
Yeah.
Okay, football's done. Prepare yourself. So you've got the last half of February into March, where you're kind of like, hey, this is your time to get some spring cleaning done.
Make your wife fall in love with you again
Yes, get
because
your
you've been gone for 6 months.
yep, get some dates, go on a Friday or Saturday night, get that all done. And this is also PSA to all the spouses out there. Prank season is back.
Yes.
Prank season is back. Okay. And I've already started that. I've already started that. If you heard the story earlier about I got my wife with the old, she opened the door. I threw my knee into the door, acted like she hit me in the face. And she's like, "What are you, 3?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm back."
Classic WWE move.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we just had to get that public service. So in March, you're gonna have March Madness,
Yeah.
okay, which is electrifying, without a
And you
doubt.
can bet on it in North Carolina.
Yep. Brackets, betting, whatever, right there for you. Players Championship, always a nice, the major before the majors,
Yep.
right?
St. Patty's Day weekend.
St. Patty's, there you go. The UFL is going to be back. If you want to get out your calendar and mark these down as we go through this, go ahead. MLB opening day. And then after that, nobody cares about baseball until the home run derby, which they ruined. And it's also down here on the East Coast, trout season. Because
Oh,
the early weeks of March, the trout come up out of the creeks and they come on back down the rivers toward the coast. Okay. Um, and if you're a trout fisherman, you can get after them. So just there's a couple of things to get you through March. Now we move into April. You got the Final Four.
yes.
You got the Natty, and that's the first. That's April 6th through the 8th. BMO, if you're still watching, you're probably all hyped up because North Carolina won. They beat Duke. Good for you. You got the Masters.
Wait.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
You got something else in between those.
Mm,
WrestleMania 40
woo, big
with The
match.
Rock,
The
who
Rock.
just came out.
electrified the country with his entrance music.
Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's another April event.
That's April. Then you got the Masters. We start getting into the majors. Then you got the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Then you've got NHL and NBA playoffs beginning. So April, not that bad.
Well, you got to also add in March free agent, NFL free agent.
Lots of headlines there.
Yeah.
Lots of headlines. That's a good point. Forgot that one.
Also, cicada season.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Super cicada season. 221 years. Let's not forget. Shout out National Geographic. Come on the show. All right. So we got that. So now you've got playoffs of other sports rolling in, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to go through May and June. You got that. And then you get into May. What do you got the first weekend there, dude? You're usually a frequent flyer there.
Yeah, I'm going Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
I'm also working PGA Championship.
Ooh, see?
Working the Masters too.
There we go. Maybe we have boots on the ground there. Maybe we get our media passes finally.
Maybe Players Championship. Oh, that's TBD though.
So Kentucky Derby, PGA Championship, College World Series. You got
Yeah.
Memorial Day, boat
Yep.
season, right? Who
Yeah.
doesn't love a 4-day weekend? Family vacations start.
Shout out Edge. Invite me on your boat.
Is he in the shout out? Is he in the? Don't you got? Did he go out on the same lake, y'all?
Yeah.
Wait, does he still have a boat, or did he?
I mean, he doesn't have his own personal boat,
Okay, but
but
he'll captain.
he's a
Okay,
boat club member.
of course he is with his highfalutin arse. Uh, hey, shout out Edge for that picture with Merrill Hodge and an absolute
Yes.
SEC commission in his front lip. Holy smokes!
Talk about that. He looked like Bubba Gump with that thing in.
Dude, he looked like Ed, and Eddie when they had the jawbreakers in their mouth.
Speaking of coastal fishing, you could have caught his lip with how far it was out.
Dude, he looked like he had 3 cicadas in his lip. um, coastal fishing picks up. What that means is the fish, they come up from the south, they make their way up the coast, and that's when you can rip up Spanish mackerel and bluefish.
Ooh.
Fishing's hot in May.
Isn't that when that tournament is?
No, the Big Rock, that's June. Forgot
Oh,
to put it on there. Very controversial last year.
yes.
Coastal fishing in April and May starts to pick up at saltwater. That's when everything starts happening. So you got all that in May. And then in June, you got the Women's College World Series final. That's always fun to watch. College
Yeah.
World Series final, the U.S. Open.
Pinehurst this year.
Do what?
U.S. Open's in Pinehurst.
No way.
Yeah, I'm working that too.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, if we get media pass, we're going to the U.S. Open.
Well, I'm going regardless. I'm already
Well, who are
got
you going to work with? That's what BMO was asking. BMO was asking what's going to happen. J-Vi works an event, and you guys get media passes too. He's going to have to make. We're going to have to draw a line in the sand. Do you want to make money, or do you just want to not make money?
Yeah, exactly. I could do both.
We'll get him an earpiece and a GoPro.
Y'all do your stuff during the day, and we'll convene at night and lay down some good
Tracks.
stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, well, U.S. Open, Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Finals, June. Look at that. July, the
I can't
Open
believe you put
champion.
NBA Finals on there like you planning on watching that.
I don't plan. I'm trying to make this look. For everybody, right? We're for
Yeah.
everybody for the
Yeah.
most part. July, my parents' birthdays. Always a fun time to go up and do a pool party.
My wedding anniversary.
There you go. You're getting into pool party. BMO's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, BMO.
I should know that. I used his ID for 15 years.
Happy birthday 5 months in advance, dude.
Yes.
Let us be the first to wish you a happy birthday.
My favorite part about using BMO's ID as my ID in college was even after I was 21 and I would go to a bar, like I used his ID so much, I would walk in and they'd be like, "What's up, Brett?" And I'm like, how's it going? I
Hey,
got
good
like
morning.
friends in town. They're like, hey, how's it going, BMO? I'm like, what's that?
Work like a charm, though.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
so yeah, you got the Open Championship. That's fantastic. The Summer Olympics start
yeah.
July 4th. I mean, all, it- all. He said thanks. Okay, July 4th. I mean, look, you got Memorial Day to July 4th. That you just put a big circle around that entire time. That's boat season. That's boat, beach.
Oh yeah.
Get your tan. Get your, bust out the Morgan Wallen and the Luke Combs and the all the songs you listen to on the boat or whatever.
That's what I meant to ask Kilgore. Maybe I can send him out. Get him to do a message. You know, we did the Reed versus Shanahan challenge.
Mm,
I really wanted to ask him if Shanahan's Morgan Wallen and Reed is Luke Combs, who's he choosing?
mm. He probably wouldn't answer that. He'd be like, "Oh, y'all listen to Camo Country. That's not real country."
Oh, I got this new guy that
Yeah,
nobody's heard of.
yeah. I was on the Tyler Childers train way before there
Yeah.
was trains invented.
You heard of Sturge Simpson? Yeah, I was
Sturgill
listening to him
Simpson.
15 years ago.
He retired recently because he's too big and he doesn't like it. I lived on a house that didn't have a lake, but I had a boat. Whatever. And then you wrap it up with preseason NFL in August, college football back. And this right here is the coup de grace, the fishing, old drum season. The big old red drum, they go to spawn, they come up into the mouth of the river. Shout out Nate. Chiefs fan though, so not shout out Nate. They come up in there and you can catch some absolute behemoths, dude. Talking like 100, almost 60 to 100 pounds.
Mm, you
Yeah.
caught one?
No, I know. No, Tex is going to want to come down here during that time, and we should all go. We'll take the boat out. We'll go try to catch one of those big old massive monstrosities. Can't do anything with them because you can't keep them. But
Catch and release?
those ones they have to be a certain size for drum.
Boo.
Yeah. So, so there you go. That's a we'll put this up on our social media to kind of, hey, we know football's coming. We don't want to wait until after football's over. We want you to go ahead and have this and kind of, it'd be like one of those, you know, charts you keep out of like daylight savings or sunsets that you keep in your wallet. Say,
Hey,
hey,
we're proactive. We're not reactive.
look, I mean, we're just trying to help. That's all we're trying to do. Now, what we do have to do is get to this. Speaking of BMO,
Oh,
this is Rob Lowe on steroids. Shout out BMO. Look at all these teams right here.
Niners,
I don't see,
Dolphins, Lions,
yep,
Chiefs.
I don't see a Steelers one in there.
I don't see a
Mm.
Bills one either. He went to like 4 Bills games this year.
Thoughts on this collection? Does anybody have a friend like this?
What's hilarious is out of all the teams, he has the the most of the teams that Kilgore played for, and Kilgore said he was his least favorite friend.
He did not.
That's what I heard.
That's gonna
That's that's
that's
what
gonna
I heard.
that's gonna get him. Oh man. Hey, that's a good question. But this is the closet. This guy has a lot of NFL teams. But I think when the dust settles, there you go. The Steelers, the Broncos, and the Bills are on the other shelf.
Oh, they're top shelf. They're top shelf.
Okay.
They're top shelf. That's what
So
it
we have
is.
to add another 3 teams to that. That's a good question, Javi. What do we think about this?
When's the first annual Millie Ghost Invitational Golf Tournament fall in those months?
Mm,
Good question.
where are we going to do it?
Good question.
Has to be essential. We got to get to.
I live on a golf course. We could do it
That's
there.
true. We could come down, stay with you.
Shout out me, humble brag.
Shout out. Yeah, that's right. That tournament we used to play in that we just all of a sudden stopped playing in last year.
I know. I got another tournament that my buddies are putting on back home for cystic fibrosis. We could get on that one
Oh,
too.
yeah. I'm always down to do that. Always. Game on Will, better live stream. What? The end of the me being absolutely bamboozled at the end? I keep thinking about that, dude. I just keep thinking about that. I'm like, what are we gonna do? I know what
You
y'all
seem
wanted to.
nervous. You seem nervous.
I know, like, we're gonna have to get the show ready.
Well, the
You
show
know,
writes itself.
that's true. If they win, you're not gonna have to worry about it. Everybody doesn't have to say anything. But I'm not nervous at all. I'm just like,
Have a bunch of AJ Hawks on if they win. We'll
oh
just
my
all sit
gosh.
here just like, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna write a speech. I wrote that letter to football last year. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know what you should do? You know what I think you should do? And this is another thing we didn't bring up with Kilgore, but we kind of talked about it on the side. I don't know if you can actually do this. Well,
What?
you can. I got an idea. So you know back in the day when Blaine Gabbert had to start for the Niners and you wrote those motivational speeches for him and Kilgore would give them to him?
Yep.
You should write him a speech that's like, you're
Anti
going
motivational.
yes, you're going down and see if Kilgore sends
I
it to
think
him.
I still have his numbers. If he didn't change it, I should. Blaine Gabbert was a cool dude. He was a stud. All right, DraftKings diary. There's one thing I got to bring up about DraftKings.
All right, let's hear it.
It's freaking bro Patrick Rogers. I had an absolute heater. I believed in Hubbard. I put him in the lineups. He was hot. Griot was hot. Scheffler was hot. Hovland was lukewarm. And Bro Rogers literally is 80th out of 80. Like, come on, dude. Like, completely submarine my lineup. I just don't know what these guys think whenever I believe in them. You know what I mean?
Homo was terrible too.
It just makes me. We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I mean?
mean, when I spend, $9,200 on you, I expect you to get above 66th place. Just my opinion, but
90 $7,900 theoretical dollars.
yeah.
Oh man, dude. But yeah, that was my only DraftKings gripe this week. We didn't really. I mean, NASCAR. Shout out you for not knowing who's racing.
Well,
You've taken over the crown of zeros in
I
your lineup,
wanna I
dude.
wanna bring up this though,
Go
because now
ahead.
I'm confused. It says that there's 0 time left. I got a notification saying Wyndham Clark won, but now it's showing tee times for all my golfers tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Did you break false news?
I broke what
Did you
I
break false news?
but yes, we can hey, I'm the king of playing people that are out. The past 2 basketball games I've played people that were out, and then last night on a free NASCAR ticketed contest, I somehow played 2 guys that were out, 0 points. But to my credit, they were 10% owned and 9% owned, so a lot of other people played them too. But I had the father dance last night with my daughter, which was
Yes.
awesome. We had a great
Phenomenal.
time. But, like, on the way this is, like, where things like this get tricky, but my wife listens this far into the show, she's gonna kill me. I got a notification on the way that the race was actually it was supposed to happen tonight, but it
Yeah.
actually happened last night. So, I'm like the dance started at 6, this is at, like, 5:30. I'm like, "I'm not gonna be able to do it during the dance." So, like, I had to just, like, do it in the car on the way, like, play some, like, Paw Patrol music or something on her to distract her. So, I didn't know who I was picking, but I picked 2 guys that were out, so killed
It
me.
does get tricky because we were going to dinner and I got a notification that Chase Bell was out.
Yeah.
Because in NASCAR, I go with the bees, killer bees. I always try to pick dudes with bees. And then I looked at my wife and I was like, dang it. She goes, what? I was like, one of my drivers is out. She goes, what? NASCAR? I'm like, yeah. She goes, you're going to have to sit and do it. I was like, no, it'll take me 2 seconds to switch it out.
Did you watch the Netflix show?
What Netflix show?
The NASCAR Netflix show.
No, uh-uh.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. I worked on that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, humble brag.
So that's like where I get is like the things like I get caught up like working with like a select few drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, well, I gotta pick these guys. Like I work with them all the time. So I get like hung up on like picking them and lose track of like who I should actually be picking.
Ah, dude. Pick with your brain,
No.
not your heart, not your audio. All right. We got 2 more little segments we got to do, and then we're out of here. We got any theme music to get into this last one?
Yes, we do.
Just get it. Hang the banners. This segment right here is just something we came up with that says, hey, congratulations on making a statement. Could be for anything we want. I'm going to hang the banner for Costco
Okay.
because they got all up in TaylorMade's feels. I don't know if you've seen this, but TaylorMade was trying to open some sort of investigation or lawsuit against Costco for copying their irons.
Oh, the Kirklands.
Yes. Like, why is TaylorMade worried about Costco? I don't get it. Like, you're TaylorMade. They're Costco. I don't know if they have the minds. No offense, that are cooking up golf 24/7 like you guys are at TaylorMade. And I said this is bad because it should have been irons sharpen irons. What happened to the game we love? We got TaylorMade in a fist fight with Costco. Never would I thought to see the day that would happen. Hang the banner for Costco for just
Sounds like they're worried.
They are. It seems like it. Like Costco just wrecking TaylorMade's confidence. I bet TaylorMade's in shambles though because I think they were trying to get Tiger Woods. I mean, they saw Nike go under.
I
So
think it's like like a sister. It's under the umbrella of TaylorMade.
Kirkland,
No,
Kirkland Irons.
Tiger.
Oh, oh, it's like no, I don't think so. All right, what's yours?
I will hang the banner for Carl Withers,
Mm.
R.I.P.
Yep.
I will be honest, raise my hand. I don't claim to be the smartest guy in the room ever, but it took me until he passed away to realize that the guy who was Apollo in Rocky is the same guy that was Chubbs in Happy Gilmore. But shout out to him for being awesome in sports docs. Hang the banner for him.
Dude, he was apparently everything about him too was he was like a legit, just good dude.
He's in
Crazy.
he's in that new FanDuel or he's in the FanDuel commercial with Gronk. Like Gronk's
Oh,
training to do the
oh yeah,
yeah, he's in that
yes.
commercial.
The kick or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out
Which
that dude.
also I have a problem with because the promo they show where he's like, I kicked it last year, I missed it. The kick that they show, like he makes. He makes
What?
that kick. They don't show the kick from last year. They show like a hypothetical kick and he made it on the commercial. Like it goes through the uprights.
That's false advertisement. We should
Yeah.
sue him. Don't put it past us.
We also know a guy who went to high school with Gronk, so I'm upset that we're not being reached out to train him.
We did?
We know a guy who went to high school with Gronk, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out that guy.
Gronk's from Buffalo, dude.
We're
We
not,
know a guy.
oh, yes. Okay. Oh, I forgot he was from Buffalo.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking Arizona. I don't know why. I know that's where he went to college. All right. Other relevant sports news. NHL All-Star game. It's the best All-Star game there is, period. Bar none. Skills competition's awesome, minus Nikita Kucherov for pretty much just mailing it in. I don't know if you saw the highlights of him.
Didn't see anything.
Dude, he literally, it's like he was on a 7-day, like a 3-day bender and got out there and he was falling and he just literally could care less. Like the shots he was taking were not hitting the net. The passes he was making again in the skills competition were 7 feet off. Like he just did not care. But
Where
it
was it
is
at?
Toronto.
Oh yeah, I can see a bender there.
Yeah. So Beebs apparently designed the jerseys. Connor McDavid won everything. He's a freak show, dude.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. So shout out NHL All-Star game. That was awesome. Kirk Herbstreit is still fighting Florida State fans, which is that is one of my favorite things to do on Twitter is just watch Kirk Herbstreit get so mad at Florida State fans. He keeps going to battle with them all the time. You
They got
can't.
a lot of Bama players.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's the ACC, right? Like you got Clemson, and that's
Louisville, they were top 10.
Louisville was good. You're right. Well, apparently no, they weren't because it didn't count when they beat them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Third string quarterback.
But yeah, freaking Kirk Herbstreit just going at it with FSU. And then live players mad. First thing that Joaquin Neiman or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
after he won and shot a 59 and they had a playoff in the dark, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I just wish I could play in the majors. You know, it's a shame they won't let us play in the majors. Like, that's
It's
why you,
true.
that's why you went and took all the money. You wanted money. You didn't want majors.
Terrell Hatton didn't take that much money though.
He took like 60 million.
Yeah. He's won like 24 million on tour already.
Yeah. So I don't know why he would. And then he got mad because there weren't any fans at the event. He's like, "There's nobody out here." It's like all these players are complaining about everything, and it's like, did you not know you just signed the dotted line and then moved on? Like, did you not like? I'm pretty sure all this was clear before you went over there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care either way. I'm not. I don't think I'll watch the live. I have no
I
desire
mean,
to watch it.
it's hard to watch, honestly. I've tried to
Really.
watch it a few times. Yeah. The format's like not great for TV because they do shotgun start.
Mm,
So like you might have Dustin Johnson start on hole 8 and Rom starts on hole 3 and you're like you have no idea like where they're actually at on the course as far as like, 2 holes left, 3 like cuz if you don't start watching it from the get-go, you don't like know what hole they started on.
that's weird. Yeah, I need the start at different tee times so that when the last people tee off, I know
Yeah,
they're the leaders.
right.
And
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that
Like
doesn't make
that's
any
where
sense.
it's confusing.
Doesn't make any sense.
Did they announce the World Cup where it's the finals going to be
Oh
played
my gosh, that's
at MetLife?
that's a disaster.
I was kinda reading more into it, and they said a lot the politics came into a lot of it. New Jersey, New York politics versus what Texas politics are, and with
Wow,
a bunch of tourists coming in, and those I heard that had a lot to do with it, which is not
wow.
surprising. There's a, uh, um, show on Netflix that talks about FIFA and the World Cup and how corrupt it is.
Mm,
It's pretty good. When
I
it
was
came
gonna,
to Qatar, the Qatar getting the World Cup a couple years back.
yeah.
So,
Wow.
not surprising, but
Why would they put
Atlanta's
the
got 8 games. Atlanta's got a semifinal,
okay?
and they have to put grass in all these
That's
stadiums
what I
now,
was gonna say.
FIFA
Like these
rules.
players,
So
they're not playing
so
on.
SoFi has to get grass. Mercedes-Benz has to get grass. MetLife has to get grass.
Why wouldn't you just play it on the football
Philly
fields
has
that already have?
grass. Kansas City has grass. Not sure who else, but
Hmm,
Seattle, I think. Seattle will have to get grass.
that's ridiculous. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. MetLife, the one place that has been just
Well, like
body bagging.
Messi wouldn't play in places that
Yeah.
had turf. He came to Charlotte, and he came in the game in Charlotte. They didn't change it to grass, but, like, from people that went there was like, he didn't run more than 10 yards. He was just kinda, like, jogging around, not doing anything. His, like,
Hey,
just went in the game to go into the game and say he went into the game. It's all that
that's
mattered for him, and he's one of the GOATs.
yeah, that's dumb. MetLife. That's of all the places. Sure, they can't get the turf right, but they'll make sure the grass is great. Sure. Yep, that'll work. Inter squad dad Kings Jamboree results. We still haven't laid down a what's going to happen here. If it's just for a point, or if it's for 2 points, or
It's for a point, and I'm gonna win. This is not gonna
okay.
matter.
Javi 29. Butch P I think has what 28. I think he has 28.
I think, for Butch's sake, I have 28 golf or football wins. He has 27. I have 29 because I won the Ryder Cup, which we determined was gonna be the tiebreaker if
Oh,
we tied. So I'm 2 ahead of him overall, I
I
think.
don't know where the sports content. I know I'm just destroying everybody in golf right now. But it's 29, 27. Butch P. You have 29. Butch P has 27. Tex has 23. I have 23. Dylon has 14. So Dylon's out of it, completely dead in the water. Um, and we're talking about the contests that we do between each other. We make a DraftKings contest every week, or a couple of them every week, and we compete against each other to see who's the goat, essentially.
I'll
I got
I'll do I'll do I'll do if it I'll say on record, if we're gonna do it for more points, like, if it's gonna be 2 points or 10 points, whatever, if I win, Butch has to drink one of those Pepsi bottles.
the Cowboys and the Clemson one. He keeps throwing up every show.
Yes.
I like that. Let's do it. All right. I
Alright.
got nothing. You got nothing.
No. Go
We
Bills.
did everything. Hey, Wednesday night we're gonna do more Super Bowl stuff. So
Yeah,
you stuck
we'll
around.
be all in.
You stuck around for this long watching. Thank you. And if you're listening on the podcast, thank you. Recommend our show to a friend, or at your local watering hole, at work, wherever. Follow us on YouTube, the Millie Goats, Rumble, the Millie Goats, Twitter at Millie Goats. Down there in my down there in my below my name there. Instagram at the Millie Goats. Uh, website and blog. MillieGoats.com. Subscribe to the show, rate the show, review the show. We do the same for you. It's Super Bowl week, dude. Go Niners.
Go Bills.
Nope.